you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Serena Robinson, and I'm a fourth-year psychology student, and I will be presenting my honors thesis project, Getting Past the Fork in the Road to Resolution, Investigating Self-Compassion as a Guide to Overcoming Difficult Life, supervised by Dr. Chantal Boucher. Something's been bothering me. I wonder how many of you have ever thought this or said this to someone. So many of us struggle to make sense of difficult life events we've experienced, such as the loss of a relationship, an argument, or unfair treatment. These events are known as unresolved events. Memories of unresolved events nag at the mind, bring up intense emotions when recalled, and can leave us feeling trapped in a cycle of rumination, repetitive, unwanted thoughts about the event. While negative, unhelpful patterns of thinking ultimately perpetuate this cycle of rumination, intentional reflection on the event and its meaning in your life can lead to more helpful, positive patterns. These positive patterns of thinking are associated with mental well-being and may result in a greater sense of closure or resolution on unresolved events. This pattern presents offering a path away from this cycle of rumination and towards greater mental well-being and closure. So for my honors thesis project, I set out to identify a strategy that could help people, set people on this path towards resolution. Now, what would you do if a loved one came to you and said, something's been bothering me? Most of us would say that we would show our loved one compassion. However, we often don't show ourselves the same compassion when we are struggling with difficult life events. This is the essence of Neff's definition of self-compassion. Same kindness and concern that we would show to a loved one during difficult times. A review of literature indicates that increased self-compassion has been found to be associated with increased well-being and positive thought patterns, along with decreased symptoms of depression, anxiety, stress, and PTSD. Based on this evidence, I hypothesized that participants who complete a writing task demonstrated to promote self-compassion would report higher self-compassion, more positive thoughts related to their unresolved event, and fewer negative thought patterns compared to those who control task. Experimental study, a sample of 81 undergraduates completed an online survey using on-site computers in a lab space here on participants were first asked to choose a very unpleasant, unresolved event from their own lives to focus on for the duration of this study. After choosing their unresolved event, participants were randomly presented with either a self-compassion-based writing task or a similar control task used to reflect on their chosen event. After completing these writing and reflection tasks, participants completed a series of online questionnaires, as you will see here. And at this stage in the research, all data has been collected for the purposes of my honors thesis project, and I'm currently in the data analysis stage. As we stand, the negative mental health impacts of unresolved events are a significant barrier to the UN Sustainable Development Goal of good health and well-being. A recent study estimates that 46% of the general population are troubled by unfinished business related to an interpersonal grievance. My study offers an easy-to-use strategy to help people along the road to resolution by challenging harmful thought patterns about unresolved events and promoting positive thought patterns to help people find new meaning in the event. The results of the study could justify further investigation into self-compassion-based interventions in treating and preventing trauma-related disorders, as well as helping non-clinical populations achieve closure on a wide range of unresolved events. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. Well, something that surprised me in the initial stages of this research as I was reviewing the literature was the connection between negative and positive thoughts and how they are connected through intrusive rumination, and both stem from intrusive rumination. I found that surprising. And then something that surprised me about the data itself was a lot of participants shared some really profound stories in their data, and they went into a lot of detail about some strategies that they've used to help them cope with their unresolved events, or they shared that they've learned, how they've used that to grow. And I found it really inspiring, honestly, to get that data. And it really demonstrated to me, it sounds cliche, but that you really don't know what people, and also resilience that participants showed was really encouraging.